Hello, welcome to today's Woman, the Monday edition. This is our Career Professional Day, and I have a beautiful lady in the studios today as my guest. But my outfit was made by Alan David with fabric from ATL. ATL bringing fabric to life. And Esi Yankah and Looking Good Solutions did my hair. Thank you so much, Kofi. And thank you for making time to watch today's Woman here on TV3, First in News, Best in Entertainment. My guest today is the director of the Leadership Institute of the Africa University College of Communications, AUCC. She's also creative director of Yankah and Associates, and two others that I'll let her mention. Esi Yankah is my guest. Esi, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
You do two other things.
Yes, I have my own NGO, which is the Africa Mentor Network, and then I'm also CEO of my own business, which is Tickles and Giggles Events and Consulting.
Okay, so we can say that you do four major things.
Yes.
Okay, for a pretty cute and I'm sure young lady like you, how old are you?
I'm a 21st century lady.
Okay. Now we're going to break that down. 21st century. Can you break it down a bit?
I'm an 80s girl.
80s.
Yes.
Late, early, are you a Rollins baby?
I'm just old enough.
Okay, cool.
To be
so we'll keep it at that. But for a very young person like you, you're doing so many things.
Yeah.
What motivates you?
Well, I'll say, first of all, I'll say my inspiration basically comes from God. I'll say I have to give the recognition. It comes from God, you know, who is my creator, who gives me the inspiration to go every day, to be who I am, you know, to be kind to people, to help people, to impact people's lives. That's primarily, that's it. But besides that, my inspiration comes from my parents, who have been a great source of inspiration to my life. Growing up, my mother, may her soul rest in peace, you know, she's been an awesome person. She's the one who gave me the basic foundation to be today's woman, basically. And my dad is the disciplinarian who just kept me right in check to ensure
You're
that...
smiling. Mentioning your dad, you're smiling. You guys are close, right? Very close?
Yes. We are close. He's an amazing role model for me, yes.
Okay. You mentioned your dad. You work in his university.
Yes.
Would you say that it's because he's your father, really? That's why you're working in his university? Would you have otherwise, with the qualification that you have, been able to work in any other university for that matter?
Oh yes, absolutely. Let me mention that when I got here in Ghana, there were many opportunities, there were many job offers that I could have taken, but working for my dad primarily, you know, is for me, I feel like besides the fact that, I mean, my dad is the type of person where you have to have a qualification to be able, for him to be able to put you in a position, because after all, you have to perform. And he's not the type of person who will put you there just because you're his daughter, no. You have to have certain qualifications because you have to answer for it. You know, he doesn't necessarily just pamper you because, okay, your daddy's girl, just, you know, be in this position, no. He knows you'll be able to deliver. And that is why, you know, he offered me a job, and for me, I felt like working for my father will be the most fulfilling thing, you know, for me, so I decided to do it. What
exactly is your job as director of the Leadership Institute?
Okay, as I mentioned earlier, I'm really new at this job, and
how new?
Barely some days at this job. It's a new position, and primarily what I've been doing in the position, you know, working along with students and the youth, developing youth programs for the youth, which will improve their leadership skills. We know that unfortunately the curriculum in our education system doesn't necessarily inculcate leadership skills, you know, to help the young people, you know, when they come out of college, to be confident enough to meet challenges, to be confident enough to even stand in front of people and give a speech, you know. So, you know, primarily I'm focusing on leadership development, leadership and character development. So anything that will help the young person develop the ability to be a leader, basically. And I mean, my dad saw me as the best person for this job, basically because he knows that I've been in so many leadership positions before, and I have, you know, that passion to give back to young people. So you know.
I also think that you're young, so that way you'll be able to relate. At least you understand better what the younger person is going through.
Exactly, exactly, and that's very important. And also see my leadership skills at Yankah and Associates. You know, he felt that okay, this young lady likes to work with students. She likes to give back. She has something she wants to impart. So you know, putting her in this position will help her give back, you know, to students and to the community and to the nation at large.
How busy can you get in a day?
Well, right now, oh gosh, you know, the stress level is kind of going up. But I mean, I can definitely take stress. I can definitely take pressure. But then it's like I said, being new at this job means I have to be able to get things together, to be able to deliver. So I'm primarily doing a lot of research, you know, getting research, being one-to-one research, internet research, everywhere I think I can find relevant information which will help, you know, my peers, the young people. Which gets you
very busy.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so right now we'll see how busy it can get for you. We'll go into your life. Let's see how an ordinary day is like for my guest, Esi Yankah.
My typical day here, on a day-to-day basis. When I get here in the morning, first of all, I just turn on my computer while I go through my email to ensure that I'm not missing any important emails for the day. As of now, it's for me to interact with the students. For me, it's more important to get feedback on what their needs are. Primarily now, I'm doing a lot of research, going to the classrooms sometimes. And so right now, that's basically it.
All right, so my guest today is Miss Esi Yankah. She's Director for the Leadership Institute at AUCC and also Creative Director at Yankah & Associates. What exactly do you do as Creative Director?
As a Creative Director for Yankah & Associates, I basically manage Yankah & Associates, the consultancy side of Yankah & Associates. And as a Creative Director, I direct the creative initiatives of the company, ensuring that, you know, we're constantly brainstorming ideas for our clients, ensuring that we're getting repeat business, you know, on a day-to-day basis, ensuring that we have meetings, constant meetings to ensure that projects are being done well, ensuring that new proposals are going out, ensuring that clients who have questions, you know, who have questions or who need proposals for specific needs within their companies are able to get all those needs answered.
Yankah & Associates is into public relations?
It's actually an integrated marketing communications consultancy.
Would you say that your experience outside has helped you to be this smart?
I think that, well, it depends on how you define smart, but I think that...
I think you're intelligent. I mean, with everything else that you're doing, and just talking to you.
I think the intelligence in general, I'd say it's a God-given thing, you know. Besides that, it's... it's a God-given thing. But besides that, I'll say that growing up, I mean, education outside the country gave me the exposure I needed and gave me, you know, the necessary skills and confidence, which is actually helping me in the job.
So should we all at a certain point go to school outside the country?
Well, no, not necessarily. Yeah, I wouldn't say you necessarily have to go to school out of the country to be able to think outside the box or to be able to be confident enough. You know, there's so many opportunities here, and unfortunately, a lot of young people think that way, that, oh, no, I have to go to America to be able to be successful. No, there are a lot of people who are here who are, you know, making it. You know, we just have to get involved with the right things. You know, professional organizations, you know, leadership seminars, conferences, networking opportunities, you know. So whilst in school, you know, leadership positions, because for me, in school, even as a freshman, as an African with an African accent, though I've kind of lost it now.
Now you don't have an African accent.
I have it in the mornings. But, you know, though I have an African accent, you know, I was able to stand and run for class office, you know, as a class president. You know, I had to take that opportunity. You know, I was lucky to have my mentor there who gave me the pat on the back and said, yes, you can do it. Though I was so nervous, I had to stand in front of 3,000 people and give a speech, you know, and this is this tiny little lady from Ghana, you know. So I had to, exactly, so I had to take the opportunity when it came to be able to develop myself. You know, I didn't have to sit back. There's so many people there who didn't take the opportunity, but I took it because I saw it as something that will benefit me ultimately.
Did you ever school here in Ghana?
Yes. I went.
We'll get into, I don't know why you're laughing, but we'll get into the schools after this. You're watching Today's Woman. My guest today is Miss Esi Yankah. Please stay with us. Back to Today's Woman here on TV3, First in News, Best in Entertainment. My guest today is Esi Yankah, Director of the Leadership Institute of AUCC and Creative Director of Yankah and Associate, amongst others. So many things she does. But Esi, let's get into your schools. Which schools did you go to?
Well, it's quite a lot of schools. We started in Dansoman, where I went to Beatum Nursery School. I did some class 1 to class 3 at St. Anthony's Primary School. Okay. Then I went to Association International, class 4 to class 6. Then I went to Achimota JSS for JSS. Then I went to Wesley Girls High School. Yeah, before I went to...
Why are you smiling still?
Before I went to...
Don't worry, you're very nice, wiggy chick. That's fine.
Before I went to Savannah State University in Atlanta and then Emerson College for my master's degree.
Okay.